So on the dockets, it looks like, oh, you did something stupid and you just lost. It does that all the time. This is what I try and tell people. On the docket, you're going to look like a loser. But you see, you got to set them up. Docket is only half the battle. You're trying to judge the score of the game and who won by watching the first half. The second half's the hearings, however many of them that there are. And that's where you can truly shine. Now, people are going to say, David, we don't want to go into court. We don't want to have to do good in a hearing. We don't want to, they're going to run over the top of us. We're going to, on and on and on. Well, why don't you run over the top of them? Why don't you stand firm? Why do you not cross the bar? Why don't you argue that you're a living man or a woman and the presumption of death on their part is out the window and they don't have any lawful contracts? Why don't you argue the fact that they're a nisi prius court and they must be under contract? When you bring that up, it's a court of first jurisdiction. Now it switches you under common law contracts. Now they have to abide by all 8 elements of a contract. There's many, many things you can do. And I'm trying to go more in depth here that it's even possible to go in a seminar so you understand it. So then what you need to know about your speedy trials is that there was a Speedy Trial Act in 1974, and in that act, no more than 70 days can pass between indictment and trial. That's also codified in 18 U.S.C. 3161 C1, and it is the prosecutor's duty to dismiss the charges, not the judge, the prosecutor. So when you throw out the Speedy Trial Act, if they violated your rights of speedy trial, you look over at the prosecutor and you say, and you have a duty to dismiss the case. It's not up to the judge. So get your checkbook out and pay the judge. He has to pay the bills because he brought false charges against you and he didn't follow his own rules to make sure that you were tried properly and you had proper due process. It's also 3161 of the U.S. Code gives effect to the Sixth Amendment of the Constitution. Okay, just so you know that. The dismissal of charges is under 18 U.S.C. 3161A, for those that need to know. It says there shall be no more than 30 days between arrest and indictment.